Hello and welcome to another Funko Pop Obsessed tutorial. Today I'm still working on my Conan O'Brien custom, who I'm turning into Connor from Detroit Become Human. It's a video game. So the first thing I'm going to do is paint the head. In the other video we took the eyebrows off, so now I'm going to paint the head. Okay, so I'm going to move my sign. So I have these paint brushes. These are all, well, that one's a smaller one, but these are all relatively the same size. I usually use these for the first coat. They're soft bristles. So soft is better to use because it leaves less lines, less streaks. I noticed watching some tutorials that people are using hard brushes. I recommend soft brushes, just because it doesn't leave lines as much as if you're using harder bristles. So I have a variety, just because if I'm doing more than one, and I have to rinse it out and then I have to, do a different color, then I have, several. So my favorite one though is this one. So I'm going to probably use this one. I also made some paint. Let's see. So I used, his hair is dark brown. So I used this acrylic, which is burnt umber, and I added some black into it, so to make it a darker, almost like a really dark brown. So I use these little containers, the little jam jars. They're good because I can close it up and leave it for a couple of days and then come back and the paint's still good to use, so I like that. I have these brushes here that are old, fraying, and they're not very good brushes. I use these to actually mix paint. So I use these to mix the paint up. I don't use my good brushes. So that's just a little tip there. So this is the Conan head. Now you'll see there's a little bit of this color here. There was some bumps on this that I don't think were supposed to be there. So I kind of filed them down. I used my little file, wherever that is. Where's my little file? I used my little file just to file the bumps off. As I've discovered, their product isn't perfect, therefore when we're doing customs it doesn't have to be perfect, but try and do the best that you can. So we're gonna paint, I usually do the large area first, and then go in for the finer detail afterwards. Some people might do it reverse. I like to feel like I'm getting a lot accomplished in the beginning. So as you can see, I have them on the screwdriver, so it makes it easier to maneuver. Sometimes I may hold the head like this, just to give a little bit more stability. So let's I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's get started here. So just put a little bit on. I usually try to go in the direction that the hair more or less is. Try to, anyways. Just because that way, if there are a few lines or a few streaks, it actually looks okay because of the direction the hair is going. Just get in the crevices there. Now this will take probably a few coats, so it won't cover the first time. You don't need to use a lot of paint, just because you're going to be doing several coats, so just kind of use it sparingly. That way, I don't water down my paints. I know some people do, but I don't. And I don't remove all the paint. Some people remove all the paint, so would remove his hair color. I do not do that. I haven't had any issues. But if that's what you want to do, you can do that. I just take my time, go around. You'll see by the second coat it covers much better. But we're just trying to do a first coat here. So I don't really know this character that well. Most of the Funkos that I've done before, well, I think all of them, well, maybe except with the exception of one, I knew the characters. So I still did a little bit of research. It's good to have some photos on hand to know, you know, what the character's wearing, how the hair is, that sort of thing. Colors that you're going to use. I'll do this big whoop-de-doo here. Now, as I stated before, I do not mold or sculpt. So the gentleman picked the head closest to the character that he could find with the body. So, which is good because I don't do those things. I'm not a very good sculptor. So I don't even want to even try it. So I do like to paint, so I'll leave this stuff for the smaller brush, but you get the idea. And then what I do is, because it is already on the screwdriver, where is it? I have my little jam jar here, glass. I would stick them in like that, and then I'll put them. I actually have big, even though they don't open. I have small windows that open. I do have large windows that don't open, and they let in a lot of light, so I can actually, on a really sunny day, the paint dries really fast. So I'll be back to put the second coat on him soon, shortly. See what else. I guess that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'll be back shortly.